ABC News, this is Today with Bryant Gumbel, Deborah Norville, and Joe Garagiola.
Sometimes life deals a hand that just doesn't seem fair. How a person deals with adversity can mean the difference between a life that's fulfilling or one that's filled with despair. Well, two women who've turned negatives into positives are Diana Turner, a Winter Park, Florida resident who overcame a disabling accident that killed her husband to go on to become one of 5 female sergeants on the local police force. And Roxanne Ellington of Raleigh, North Carolina, a recovered alcoholic who went back to school and now counsels teens on substance abuse. They are winners of Clairol's Take Charge Award from a group of 25 winners, all chosen by Honorary Chairperson Linda Evans. And it's a pleasure to welcome all of you to Today this morning. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Linda, tell me a little bit about the competition. How did these women get selected from what must be thousands of women who have incredible stories to tell?
Well, it's very exciting every year because there are so many women out there who are changing their lives. And it's very inspirational when you read the letters. It's very difficult to choose 25 women, but it's wonderful to have 25 women to use as role models so that other women can see that they can change their lives no matter what the circumstances and what the problems are, that something within them is powerful enough that they can overcome anything.
What is that something? Diana, you lost your husband. That's bad enough to have this terrible accident that you had to recover from too. What's this thing that says, okay, fine, I'm not going to sit here and be depressed. I'm going to get up and go?
I guess the motivating factor is self-preservation. Nobody has respect for anybody who doesn't stand up and try to better themselves on it. My parents were fabulous role models in that early in my life on it. I had to face a lot of tragedies during my life in my childhood, one of which was my father being struck dead by lightning. And later, my first husband, when we took a belated honeymoon for our first anniversary, and he was killed in a car wreck, and I was critically disabled for a year.
God bless you.
And then 9 years later, I remarried, and I guess that was the hardest thing was the divorce from the breakup of the second marriage on it, which put me back in the workforce with an infant child. And I work in the law enforcement business, which is a hard career
Pretty
for
tough.
a woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I want everybody to know that I've made a lot of accomplishments and that they can do the same.
Where do you get your strength?
You get the strength from inside.
Yeah, yeah. Roxanne, what's your story? I mean, they say you got to hit bottom before you can go up, and I guess that pretty much is true for you.
Yeah. You know, you asked the motivating factor, and I think sometimes what has to happen is you just hurt so bad that you have to change. You can't stay where you are. I believe I was alcoholic from age 13 and went through multiple marriages looking for the happily ever after, you know, that you read about in storybooks. And it got to a point after I got in sobriety 9.5 years ago that I couldn't stay where I was and I had to change or be the same, and I couldn't be the same anymore.
But there's so many people who, male or female, would be in that situation and wouldn't find whatever that little catalyst is that says it's time to change. Where do you get it?
You know, like Diana said, it comes from inside, and it's a very spiritual thing, I think. And you just know that you've got to reach out, you've got to take the risk. And once you do, even take little risks, big things start happening, and you just keep going.
Roxanne said, I think what might be the operative word, Linda, which is risk-taking. All of these women were taking a risk, not only you two here, but the thousands who send letters to you to say, okay, that's it, I'm going to make a change. It's the scariest thing you can do, isn't it?
Actually, like they both said, it's the only thing you can do, and I think hitting bottom is the answer, because when you're in that middle place, you tend to just hold off. You've survived to some degree. It's when you're in a tremendous amount of pain that they seem to reach down and look for that place, and that's the thing in them. Most of these women we've found that have changed their lives have gone on to help others.
Yeah.
That they've, in their spare time, done counseling or worked with people and shared with them their pain and their ways so that they can help others do it. It's a really beautiful thing.
They're wonderful stories, but you must have 8 zillion requests on your time. Why did you get involved with this program?
Well, it really touches my heart. I adore Clairol, the company, for that reason, for choosing me as spokesperson, because the struggle that I had when I was 38, divorced for the second time, wanted a career. Everybody said I was too old, that it was a little late for me. having to fight my fear of failure, of wanting a career and needing it when I was too old. All the things that I had to overcome with my fears pushed me in a way to experience things that I can understand that women have, their fear of failure, their unworthiness, their insecurities.
So it really is kind of comeback kids here.
Yeah, well, I love that Clairol is giving women a chance to show other women, having public service programs that show them that they can do it.
Well, and we love that the three of you could be with us this morning to share all your stories with us. Thanks so much, and lots of luck to you.
Thank you.
Now here's a word from Joe Whitty.